There's one thing that is absolutely crucial when you want to build a successful business thanks to your social media, and it is to build a community. Now, a community is completely different from just a number of followers. Your community is going to be your base of super fans, of potential clients, and people who will actually engage with you and your content. But if you want that to happen, you have to make the first step, which is to engage with your audience and be as honest and authentic as possible. And I know that when I first started my business, I had no idea how to do that. And so I was kind of confused and lost also because I'm an introvert. And for me, it doesn't come that easy to actually make the first step to meet people, even if it's online. And so in today's episode, I've decided to share with you the tips that I've learned along the way in my entrepreneurship journey to help you engage and connect with your ideal client with authenticity. So if you are interested, keep watching. Hi, and welcome to this new episode of Her Online Business Podcast, the podcast for ambitious Expat Girl bosses and digital nomads. My name is Adama, I'm your host, and my mission is to help you build a business that serves your life, not the other way around, have more freedom, work smarter, while making a positive impact. By the way, if you are still working a 9-to-5 and you are ready to build your side business and eventually be able to quit your day-to-day job to be a full-time entrepreneur, I have something that can help you get there faster. I've combined in a no-brainer course the 3 easy steps I took to build my side business while working a 9-to-5. And this course will guide you step by step with some workbooks and video training to help you, first of all, identify your ideal client and their main pain point, then craft your irresistible offer to be the solution to their number one challenge, and finally, how to promote your offer and services for free using social media and content marketing. So if you want to know more, I will put the link in the description and feel free to come back to me if you have any more questions. Alright, so let's start with the first tip that I have for you to help you engage with your audience with authenticity, which is to engage with the intention of giving value. And I've noticed that the more intentional you are with your content, with your messaging and your offer, the more people you will attract that actually look like your ideal client and who can resonate with you. And by giving value, I don't mean that you should work for free and give your entire time to people who have tons of questions that they want to ask you, but basically you feel as if you are giving all your knowledge and expertise for free. So you have to be able to draw the line, but what I mean by giving value is leaving your ideal client with something to think about after they interacted with you. So for instance, let's say you are DMing somebody who looks like your ideal client and you start a conversation with them. You want to give them some food for thought in order to help them get to the next level. So you can share with them some of your wisdom and knowledge in order to help them get some quick wins. And that way, if they want to have access to you and the full solution that you can offer, they will be more likely to come back to you once they are ready to make the investment. And so you want to stay top of mind when it comes to your expertise. You want people to think about your name whenever they run into a problem that you can solve with your services. And so that's why giving value is key, because the more value you give, the more you will be able to come back, because people are going to reciprocate the energy that you gave. Tip number 2, in order to engage with authenticity on your social media, is to always have your ideal client in mind. So don't only create content for you, don't only focus on what you personally like. Instead, I want you to think about what is something that your ideal client needs to know right now. And focus on that whenever you sit to create your content. Always have this in mind, because it will help you keep focus instead of imagining what you think they would need. And so although entrepreneurship may feel like something that you did for yourself because maybe you are tired of the corporate life and your 9-to-5, it is regardless not about you. It is about how your services can bring more value, as we said before, but also how they actually can help somebody else. And so that's why you have to keep this somebody in your mind, because they are the one who are going to buy from you, right? And so your ideal client will buy from you only if they feel like you have the solution that they've been waiting for. So that's why your business isn't about you, it's about the people that you can help. My tip number 3, which is going to be super helpful for you whenever you address your audience, is to talk to one person instead of trying to address the masses, right? So whenever you create content, I want you to pretend that you are talking to one person only. This person could be your best friend, your mom, your dad, one of your siblings, basically somebody that you know very well and they came to you for your help. And so the way the human brain works, it's way easier to connect and relate to some content if we feel that it is specifically meant for us. And so when you pretend that you're having a one-on-one conversation, it is easier for your audience to connect with you on a more personal level, and it is also more authentic than trying to speak to everybody and say words like, hey people, yo. Also, if you feel intimidated and overwhelmed by the idea that thousands of people may see your content, then this hack will also help you feel less stressed, because you will pretend that you are just talking to a friend and, somebody that you know and you want to help, right? And that's also how you build the authenticity that you need to build a community on social media. My tip number 3 to engage with your audience with authenticity is don't be afraid of being silly or ridiculous. And this is something every entrepreneur goes through. Doesn't matter if you are starting out or if you already have a business that is sustaining your life. You might sometimes feel silly to show yourself on social media and doing all the things that you are doing in your business. But the thing is that if it is who you are somebody who likes to joke, who is bubbly and who doesn't care what people think about them, then do that also on social media. Show that part of you also in your content. And that is way better than trying to have a created content that seems so perfect and unreachable, because people know that life isn't that perfect all the time. And so don't be afraid to mess up. Also own to your mistakes. They can also be a way for you to connect even deeper with your audience by showing that you are a human being who is just also trying to figure things out, and that you don't have all the answers, because nobody does. And so you may cringe after posting some of your content, but remember that the only way to get where you want to go is to start and be okay with sucking the first time. Everybody is going to suck the first time. Trust me. And so that's why you should not put too much pressure on yourself. And also, if people don't like the quirky, funny, weirdy side of you, then they might not be your ideal client, right? You want to attract people who are going to be part of your community and who also like you for you. So it's a good thing if, showing your personality repels some people and attract others. It means that you are doing the right thing. On the opposite side, if your strategy tends to attract every single person out there, then you might be doing something wrong, because you don't want to talk to everyone and have people in your audience who don't look like your ideal client. My next tip to help you engage with authenticity with your audience is to think about connection before the sale. So the sale is basically the byproduct of you giving up your time, value, and your energy to build a community of ideal clients. And so once you do that effectively, you get some sales, because you build the know, like, and trust factor in order to convert your followers into buyers. So it means that selling shouldn't be your first focus. And I know that it might sound weird if it is the first time you hear that, but the most successful entrepreneurs out there are not the ones with thousands of followers. They are the ones with an engaged and loyal community. Once you have that, it will be easier for you to make the sale. And so this can actually help you get some relief, because it means that you don't have to be the best salesman or marketing person out there. You just have to know how to connect with people, which is something that we do naturally as human beings without realizing. That's actually how a lot of businesses start. Just by you interacting with people, you realize that they come to you with the same issue, and then you create a service that is the solution to this issue, right? So instead of building a business business based on what you think is valuable, you should listen to people. And so if you manage to build this engaged community, you won't have any issue to do a market research, to understand what your ideal client needs, and to create the exact service that they need, right? And that's how you build a new stream of income in your business in no time. So try that if you struggle to get the sale. Focus on building connections and let me know afterwards how it went. And the next tip that I have for you is to remember that people buy from other people. They don't buy from just a business, right? And so even though you feel as if there are a lot of people doing what you are currently doing and that your market is already saturated, the reason why people are going to choose you instead of somebody else is because of you, right? And so you should remember that what makes you unique is you. And that is also a great perspective to have, because it means that you don't have to compete with anyone else. You just have to be you, to connect with people who relate to you and your energy, and go from there. The same way, when you want to make friends, not everybody is going to like you and appreciate you. You will also meet people who like your energy and who want to spend time with you. Building a business is no different. And so that's why you shouldn't worry about how many people like you, as long as you attract the right ones. And so these are the tips that I wanted to share with you. If you want to learn how to engage with authenticity with your audience, you want to be yourself and build a community around your services, around your personal brand and your personality, then I hope that this was useful for you. And if you are ready to build a side business while working a 9-to-5, do not forget to sign up to my course, 3 Steps to Build a Side Business, that will teach you the 3 steps that you need to build a profitable online business while still working a 9-to-5, even if marketing and selling are not your thing. And so you will learn how to identify your ideal client and their main pain point, how to craft an irresistible offer that is the solution that they've been waiting for and that they are ready to pay for, and finally how to use social media to promote your services and your offer for free. So if you are interested and you are ready to dive in, I will put the link in the description below. That's all for today's episode. I hope you found it useful. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Feel free to share it with another entrepreneur who needs it right now. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye bye.